No way. This is a trap. No.
Come in.
I have to get the hell out of here. No, I'm trapped inside.
How much longer are you planning on standing there? Where is the error?
Huh?
You've been following me. I assume that's the reason. You can see my sword, right? That's quite a remarkable trick. Do you think this is a perfect world? Impossible. Errors definitely exist here. Don't you know the truth? Human beings are electronic devices. It's not what you are seeing, it's what you're being shown. Every person receives information from outside themselves using a combination of their 5 senses, but about 80% of all that information comes directly from the sense of sight. The images we pick up become pulse signals or electricity and are sent to the brain through the optical nerve. I don't suppose you've ever heard of VR. Visual rebuilding? Individuals who have been blind since birth can be made capable of seeing again. It's achieved with the use of a device similar to a video camera. The concept is pretty simple, actually. Images and nerve impulses. They're essentially the same thing, nothing more than electronic signals. But in order to begin, you would need the technology to convert them. If it were possible to convert deliberately selected information into nerve impulses, you could control all 5 human senses. And in doing so, you could exercise that control over the will of any human being. Like I said, humans are electronic devices. Electricity travels through every single nerve in your body, not just your brain. This means a person's physical movements can also be manipulated. Are you following me?
This is insane. She's even more delusional than I am, and that's saying something.
This world is filled with evil deeds and corruption. There are people who ignore the moral implications of their actions and sacrifice the greater good for their own selfish interests. And most have lost their ability to feel. Ignorance is a crime. Some say ignorance is bliss, but that's just being spoiled. Doubt this world and understand its mechanisms if you want freedom. Do you understand? Because this world is far from perfect. Is the life you live real or illusion?
Hey, who the hell are you?
I'll ask the questions here.
You're not one of us. Get lost!
Where's Hatano?
Hatano? Sorry, I don't know that guy. And I wouldn't tell you anything even if I did know him. Hey, what's your problem?
I'm so sorry. It just slipped right out of my hand.
Now hold on! I swear to you, I wasn't lying. I don't know who that person is, I promise!
Oh, don't worry. I believe you. But whether you know him or not, I'll destroy it regardless. Nozomi.
My company's made great strides with the second generation Noah 2. It is now possible to show people artificial images in their minds.
Is it something like a hologram?
Or perhaps a collective hallucination?
It's much closer to a hallucination. But there is one major difference, of course. The artificial images have a tangible sense of presence and therefore are perceived as being part of reality.
What's this? Did something happen? I don't understand. What's causing these people to panic?
They're panicking because they can see it.
See what? What is it?
A runaway excavator.
A runaway excavator? Created by Noah 2?
The artificial images created by Noah 2 were converted to optical nerve impulses and radiated as electromagnetic waves. They pass through the skin and penetrate the skull where they are caught by dopamine receptors inside the brain. The final process is pushing the images to unused portions of the mind. This is the mechanism for creating something from nothing within human vision and perception.
So in effect, it now rivals the abilities of the Gigalomaniacs.
Yes, that's the whole point. Basically, the Noah 2 is an artificial gigalomaniac over which we have complete control.
What about the coverage area? How accurately can you focus the output of these waves?
We are not interested in indiscriminately brainwashing everybody.
There's no need to worry. I've prepared variable factors for that very reason.
Who are these ruffians? What do they have to do with all of this?
My company is calling them porters. Put another way, you might think of them as a mind control team assisting in managing targets. Each porter has a mechanism in their backpack designed to be a transceiver for images created by Noah 2. When any of these units receives a signal, they automatically broadcast it to their surrounding area.
I see, so they're mobile terminals. If that's the case, then there would be virtually no limit to their effective range, correct?
And with an army of porters, limited use becomes a non-issue as...
Whoa, what is that?
It's a monster excavator!
No, this can't be real. It's one of their experiments.
Oh no!
You, stay right there. Gigalomaniacs are those with the power to interfere, to disrupt the flow of the Dirac Sea.
The Dirac Sea? Wait a second. I think I've read about that online. It's an unobservable vacuum filled with negative energy, right?
The essential function of a D-sword is to serve as a shortcut to real booting something into existence. Widen the gap between the D-sword and the vacuum of negative energy. According to the whole theory of the Dirac equation, formations occur. A particle and an antiparticle. These particles, they're the delusional errors created by gigalomaniacs. To make the error a part of reality, all you have to do is transmit that information to a dead spot in someone's mind. There it's converted to an electrical signal, and it's jointly acknowledged by those in the vicinity. In other words, the error becomes real.
These two young girls, are we sure they're Gigalomaniacs?
It would appear so.
Well, well, well.
I don't understand. Who are they fighting against?
What does the popsicle in your hand look like? Describe it.
Well, it's an ordinary blue popsicle.
But is it part of reality? How can you prove that it actually exists? You accept that what you're seeing and holding is a blue popsicle, but only because your brain recognizes it. What if it were possible for your brain to lie to you or trick you into seeing something that isn't there? Consider the possibility that your brain is creating a delusion of a popsicle that only you believe exists.
But I don't understand. Then how can you ever know if something's real or not?
If more than one individual sees what you're holding in your hand and confirms it is indeed a blue popsicle, it becomes a part of the collective awareness and you know that it exists. This is how you create your reality. To make a delusion into reality, you simply need to run this process in reverse.
So in other words, if you were to create a delusion, then use the particles from the D-sword to force other people to see it, it would enter the collective awareness and become a part of reality?
I'm so confused. Only thing I know for sure is that normal people can't see this sword.
No, Cozy, don't!
Don't worry, they don't feel a thing, see?
Oh, I see. The sword doesn't have physical matter.
Bingo, Takumi! My D-sword isn't real, it's just my delusion.
Right now, that sword's nothing more than an imagined error Kozue created. Since there's no shared awareness with the people around her, the sword doesn't exist.
But if I real booted, then everybody would be able to see it, right, Senna?
I think I understand. Real booting is the process of sending the particle to a dead spot inside a person's mind, isn't it?
You got it! And when that happens, you can wham, bam, pow, like I did.
But wait, is it possible I might have that power too?
Don't worry, you'll get your sword, I know it.
Yeah, but how?
Well, now that you mention it, I'm not exactly sure how that works.
When there's a big spike in biorhythms, excessive amounts of dopamine are secreted inside the neurons of the mesolimbic pathway, and your D-sword appears. It could happen when you're in grave danger, or angry, or happy or sad. Everyone's different. The more dopamine involved, the easier it is to observe.
See, I told you Senna was brilliant.
When I'm in grave danger, huh?